Right now, as your baby looks up at you with those wide, trusting eyes, something miraculous is happening inside their tiny head. Their brain is building 1 million neural connections every single second. It's the most complex construction project in the known universe. But here's what nobody tells you at the pediatrician's office. What's not in most parenting books. What loving parents discover too late. 7 normal things you're probably doing right now are quietly disrupting this extraordinary process. Not because you're a bad parent, not neglect, just things nobody explained. Like that UCLA research on the prefrontal cortex in item 4, something you probably did today without thinking. And item 6, a 3-second interaction from Harvard research that might be the single most important thing in this entire video. If you clicked on this video, you're already the kind of parent who wants to understand. So let's dive into the neuroscience together. Picture this. Your toddler trips over a toy, lands hard, and starts to cry. You rush over and say those 2 automatic words. You're fine. We've all said it. It feels like comfort, like reassurance. But here's what the neuroscience shows is actually happening inside. Your child's prefrontal cortex, the part that manages emotional regulation, won't fully develop until their mid-20s. They literally cannot just be fine on command. Dr. Allan Schore at UCLA discovered that when feelings are dismissed, cortisol stays elevated. The stress hormone just keeps flooding their developing system. When this pattern repeats, it physically alters right hemisphere development. The parts of the brain responsible for emotion and attachment literally wire differently. But here's your relief. It's patterns, not single moments. You haven't damaged your child. You can shift this starting with the very next tears. Instead, try this. Name the emotion. You're really frustrated. You got scared. Boom. Mirror neurons activate. You're building emotional literacy in real time. Here's something that surprised me when I first learned it, and it might surprise you too. This one happens even while they're sleeping. Your baby reads the emotional signature in your voice before they understand a single word, and they don't stop listening when they fall asleep. The University of Oregon Brain Development Lab studied 6-month-olds during sleep. When stressed adult voices played, researchers measured immediate cortisol spikes in sleeping babies. Their amygdala processes tone before language centers even come online. It's a survival mechanism. Is my person okay? Am I safe right now? When the answer feels like no, their brain diverts resources. Energy meant for growth circuits gets redirected to threat detection and protection systems instead. Now breathe. You're human. Stressful days don't damage your baby. What matters is that you're aware now, and you can make one tiny shift. Before picking them up, take one slow breath. Just one. It shifts your vagal tone. You don't need to be perfectly calm. Just one breath calmer. I almost didn't include this next one, because it's the heaviest. But if you're still watching, you deserve the truth. This one happens daily. You're sitting on the floor with your baby. They're babbling. You're smiling. Your phone buzzes with a notification. You glance down. Your face goes still. In 1975, Dr. Edward Tronick at Harvard conducted the still face experiment. Mother interacts warmly, then on cue, goes completely blank-faced for 2 minutes. The baby tries everything. Smiling, reaching, vocalizing, waving. Nothing works. Then the stress cascade begins. Arching, turning away, sometimes complete withdrawal. It's devastating to watch. Here's what researchers discovered next. When a parent is absorbed in their phone, babies show a remarkably similar cascade. Amygdala activation, cortisol elevation, desperate bids for connection. Your baby's brain encodes a survival lesson. My person is gone. Not physically, but emotionally. And to an infant brain, that reads as abandonment, as danger. The longest relief in this video. This isn't about never using your phone. Occasional use doesn't rewire anything. But try this. 30 seconds of face-to-face connection before picking it up. 30 seconds after putting it down. Your face needs to be findable. That's all they need to stay regulated. This information should be in every parenting book, but it's not. The fact that you're still here, still watching, says something important about you. If this is resonating, hit subscribe. Not for me, but for the parent you're becoming. Someone who wants to understand the science behind the love. Take a breath. We're halfway through. What comes next might be the most counterintuitive thing you hear today. Every minute you spend here is a minute your child's future brain gets to benefit. That matters, even if nobody ever tells you that. You're not here because parenting is easy. You're here because you refuse to wing it on something this important. That's rare. 3 items down. 4 to go. And the next one is the one that surprises parents the most, because it goes against what everyone tells you. Here comes number 4. Once you see the study behind it, it changes how you read every parenting blog you've ever touched. Remember I told you about that UCLA research in item 4? Here it is. This is the one that goes against everything our culture tells you. More toys, more classes, more flashcards, more educational videos. We're told more enrichment equals smarter babies. The neuroscience shows the exact opposite can happen. A newborn's sensory capacity is a tiny fraction of yours. Their brain can handle one stream of information at a time. That's it. One thing. When you flood their system with multiple stimuli, bright lights, loud sounds, rapid movements, their brain doesn't read that as enrichment. It reads it as threat. Watch for these signs. Arching back, body going stiff, turning their head away, glassy eyes, hiccups, crying that seems to come from nowhere. They're saying, "I'm overwhelmed." And here's the heartbreaking part. Most parents interpret these signs as boredom, so they add more stimulation, more toys, louder sounds. The cycle deepens. It's a systemic failure, not yours. The fix changes everything. Learning happens in the space between stimulation. Follow their gaze, not your plan. When your baby looks away, they're processing. Let them be. Silence is where the neural pathways actually form. This next one breaks hearts, but once you understand the neuroscience, you'll never do it again. It's about leaving for work or errands. Your baby is distracted, playing happily. You grab your bag and slip out while they're not looking. No tears, no fuss. Feels like a win, right? Here's what their amygdala is encoding as a survival lesson. The people I need most vanish without warning. Unpredictably. I have to watch them constantly. Attachment research shows something counterintuitive. Predictable goodbyes, even with tears, build more secure attachment than slipping away. The crying is distress releasing, not building. A baby who doesn't notice you're gone hasn't learned you're reliable. They've learned to stop tracking you. That's hypervigilance converting to detachment. It follows them. That pang of guilt you just felt? That means your instincts are already right. You knew something was off. Now you know the science behind it. The fix is beautiful in its simplicity. Short, warm, predictable goodbye every single time. Same words, same tone. Mommy's going to work. I'll be back after nap time. Their brain learns people are predictable. That's security. Item 6. The one I told you to stay for. This might be the most important 90 seconds in this entire video. Listen closely. The Harvard Center on the Developing Child calls it the single most important interaction in early childhood. It takes 3 seconds. It looks like absolutely nothing. Your baby points at a bird outside the window. That's the serve. You follow their finger, look at the bird, smile, and say, "Yes, birdie." That's the return. In those 3 seconds, here's what just fired simultaneously in their brain. Prefrontal cortex, language processing, social cognition, memory formation, all at once. Architecture being built. But here's the devastating part. Every missed serve is a neural pathway that was ready to form, and didn't. They pointed, you didn't notice. The window closes. Language development, emotional intelligence, executive function, social cognition, all of it gets built through micro-moments most parents walk right past without knowing what they're missing. This one doesn't need relief, because the fix is pure wonder. Narrate their world, follow their gaze, respond to babbles like they meant something. 3 seconds times 1,000 serves equals brain architecture. You're literally building their mind. Item 7. I saved this one for last because it's the heaviest and the most important. Take a deep breath with me. This isn't about a specific action, it's about a state. Your body is in the room, your arms are holding them. But your mind, your heart, is somewhere else entirely. You're exhausted, overwhelmed, grieving, struggling with depression or anxiety, going through something that's taking everything you have. You can feel the gap between you and your baby. Studies on parental emotional availability show something that matters deeply. Babies read your regulation constantly. When you're emotionally unavailable, even with physical needs met, measurable brain changes occur. The regions responsible for emotional regulation develop differently. And here's the part that breaks my heart. Your baby adapts. They stop bidding for connection. They become easy, independent, quiet. In developmental psychology, this has a name: avoidant attachment. It doesn't stay in infancy. It follows them into friendships, relationships, their own parenting. The pattern repeats. Now the most important relief in this entire video. Listen carefully. That heaviness in your chest right now isn't guilt, it's attunement. You feel the gap because you care deeply. That means your child has exactly the kind of parent who can change this. You don't need to be perfect. Your baby doesn't need flawless. They need a regulated nervous system in the room. If you're struggling, get support for yourself. Your regulation is theirs. 7 things. Not one of them makes you a bad parent. Every single one makes you a more informed, more intentional, more aware parent. The biggest influence on your baby's brain architecture isn't the toys you buy, the apps you download, or the classes you enroll them in. It's you, being there, being aware, being willing to learn hard things that make you uncomfortable. That's what builds brilliant, resilient, securely attached humans. You didn't break anything. You're not starting from behind. You're exactly where you need to be, learning exactly what you need to know. Every moment from this one forward is a chance to do it differently, to see your baby's brain for the miracle it is. Share this with another parent who needs to hear it. Comment below which one surprised you most. Your engagement helps this reach the parents who need it. And if you watched all the way to the end of this, you already are that parent, the one your baby needs, the one who shows up, the one who learns. You already are.